Our farm is located in Dorchester County. We are basically a vegetable and grain farm. We till about 1,000 acres. And with the vegetables and the grain, we have no animals and use no animal manure. It is all commercial grade fertilizer. Well, we started off with the AVAIL. We had a 90-acre wheat field. We went out in the fall and put on an 1137-0 with AVAIL on half of the farm, on half of that field, 90 acres. When we harvested that field, we saw an increase in the yield in the wheat from the AVAIL. We decided to go ahead and try another experiment when we planted the soybeans, and we had we had 4 different tests. We had AVAIL put on in the fall for these soybeans. We had AVAIL and spring applied AVAIL or summer applied AVAIL for the soybeans. Then we had just the spring AVAIL. Now remember, we had half of this field in wheat applied with AVAIL and the other half none. So we applied summer AVAIL where we didn't apply any in the fall, and then we had no AVAIL at all. And then when we harvested the soybeans, we saw the best benefit of the AVAIL and AVAIL. Then the second best was the AVAIL in the summer, and then our third was the AVAIL in the fall, and then the worst crop of all was the no AVAIL at all. The bottom line was, when we went out there with the wheat and we dug up the wheat, we saw a great increase in the root system. With that, we saw an increase in yield simply because of the root system, or that's what we're attributing to. It got to draw up the nutrients with this excess root system. We also saw this same root system growth in the soybeans, where there was a lack of yield. We had a lack of root system. We continue to use AVAIL and the Nutrisphere. It is already mixed up at our Southern States plant. We continue to try different tests with this AVAIL and with the Nutrisphere, but we are almost a 90% user of both products. We are in a water sensitive area, whereas nutrients tend to run off into the waterways, or they tell us that, and we want to try to be good stewards of our waterways. And also we want to use the products that we put out there at the best time that the plants are using it, and the AVAIL and the Nutrisphere gives us that window. We plan to continue to use Nutrisphere and AVAIL, and we continue to talk to our neighbors and tell them our increase in yields, so they can at least try this product themselves to see if they also see the benefit of these products.